Edgewood only had to go 52 yards to get that score.
That's just a mental error. You have to just be better on special teams. Special teams is so underrated, I think, in football. You know, a lot of people don't pay attention unless it's a big return or a big kick. But the kickoff is very important because it establishes field position.
Yeah, it is. It is very important. And it was crazy because, remember, like, you know, everyone who's played high school football, they're like, why do we got to spend this much time on special teams? We got to spend this much time on kickoffs and kick returns and punting and field goals. All that stuff's important.
It's very important. Let me tell you something. I think special teams is probably the most underrated. And we don't realize how important it is until it's too late.
And, again, taking advantage of the short field, the Warriors of Edgewood up 7-0. See what the Mustangs will do here. This is their home opener here tonight. Great crowd for both teams here in Ashtabula County. Week 2 of high school football here on CVC TV. Decky will kick, will be fielded, and a little bit of Rogers will keep it. It was trying to get a fake going. Rogers is still up and will be down past the 20. So we thought there for a hot second there was going to be a little bit of a gadget play, and turns out Rogers keeps it, and Grand Valley's going to have to work.
You know what? Edgewood had that well scouted. There was a play. I was faked out for a minute standing up here in the booth, but Edgewood had that well scouted, and they would not fall for it.
The coach was like, oh, you better not fall for it there. So here we go. Under center for the Mustangs. Handoff, left side, and a run up the gut. And it's going to be stopped there. It's going to be a short gain there.
Edgewood allowed 205 yards last week, so I would expect them to stack the box more to stop that run.
It's going to be huge here. Nathan Boyosky under center. Got a Grand Valley team returning 17 starters from a season ago. A lot of experience on this Mustangs team. And Grand Valley, so we got a little late substitution on the Edgewood side of things. And now play will resume here. Clock will roll. 2nd down and 7. Handoff up the middle. Ball comes out. Ball is out. And Edgewood recovers. Ball came out of Phillips' hand and recovered right there for Edgewood. And they're going to start once again with short field.
Once again with short field, and that's exactly what Edgewood wants to do. Establish physicality, assert their will, and assert their dominance on this game.
And again, and we covered last week, Orange and Beechwood, that field position battle is huge. And the Warriors in control here. Throw to the left side. Got a man open. Ball tipped. Incomplete, but a flag.
Blatant pass interference. I think that's going to be the call. You got to get your head around.
And again, that is on the defense. Now, in high school, should be for a pass interference. It's not a spot foul like it is in the NFL. So it should be a 15-yard penalty, and it will be. So the officials are lining that up there. A little bit of a difference. I always thought, like in the NFL, just throw it up in the air. You're going to call it at some point. It's the NFL. But here, saw there the right call. And Hall, second play in a row offensively, going on the attack for the Warriors.
That's what Edgewood wanted to do.
RPO there. Run up the gut. Going to set up. Think a second and short. No, first down. It's going to be a first down. So moving the chains once again, taking advantage of short field.
Getting Back into the red zone with the potential to score again.
Got movement up front. See what the officials will rule there. The last play was run by Lucas. Going to have a false start against the Warriors. So looking at a first and goal from the 15-yard line. Got two backs right next to Hall, the quarterback, Tony Hall. Man motions, snap, pump fake, throw, and out of bounds. Incomplete. Ball just out of the reach.
And that was a beautifully thrown ball. I just think he led his receiver too far out, and they couldn't get the catch.
Now, what was interesting there, saw there for Grand Valley, and you hear the home fans for the Mustangs like, let's go. Critical part of this game here as the Warriors are in the red zone. Second to go from the 15. Got a carry, handoff. Got a little bit of room there. Gain of 10, setting up a third and go from the 5.
Edgewood is clicking on all cylinders, offense and defense.
So defensively, what do you want to see real quick here from Grand Valley?
I want to see him stack the box and try to stop the run. The run is opening up the passing lane, so I think Grand Valley has to stack that box.
Sharp throw. Intercepted. Intercepted by the Mustangs. Got a flag down, but a critical turnover. And James Phillips able to get the interception for the Mustangs as we await the flag. But right there, Phillips able to make that play on the third down.
And that's exactly the spark that Grand Valley needs. Let's see if they can capitalize offensively and get on the board.
The call will go against the Mustangs, but it will be, let's get the official ruling. So it's a hold against the Grand Valley Mustangs, but it took place after the interception. So Grand Valley, who after their fumble started on the short field, they was on the ropes, able to get the turnover by Phillips, and they have the ball now, but they will start at their own 3-yard line, Rico.
That could be scary. Your back is up against the wall, but you guys ran the ball pretty good on your first possession. Let's see if you guys, if Grand Valley can maintain and stay on the ground and push this ball down the field.
Borowski under center. He will set up and throw. Hit as he throws, and incomplete. Pressure, and defensively, that's the right move. You're inside 3-yard line.
Bring that blitz and apply that pressure. Quarterback took a hit.
The senior quarterback, 6'3", 190 pounds, listed, playing obviously quarterback as well as defensive back. Second down, 2nd and 10 from the 3. Under the I formation. Carry, and immediately hit hard at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have a stoppage of play as they check on Phillips. Phillips, who just had the interception, defensively back offensively, and the officials and trainers, they're going to check that out as we have a stoppage of play with 7:55 to go. So stay attentive to that. Rico, I got to tell you, Anthony Alfred, Rico McGee here with you. And I got to tell you here early on, we see this, high school football. We see this at this level. Both teams looking to have a good start from last year as able to jog right off the field there. But I got to tell you, a lot of twists and turns here in this ball game.
High school football is all about, I think personally, momentum. Just as Edgewood looks as if they're about to go up 2 scores, Somehow Grand Valley pulls back into this game and forces a turnover. Now they just have to get their backs off the wall and give themselves some breathing room.
And they're going to need it here. It is 3rd and 12. They are right at the 1. Dropping back, throw, and that's caught on the outside. And that'll be enough for a first down.
Excellent play call by Grand Valley. Excellent way to find the open man in the zone. I'm surprised Edgewood didn't go for the blitz. They played it safe, but it may have cost them.
And Rogers there on the reception. Excellent job there for the Mustangs, able to work their way out of it. It's a tough now, and now the Mustangs operating here on the first down from the 15. Inside carry, able to go. Ball comes out once again. We'll see who recovers it, and the Mustangs will keep it. They already lost the fumble in the previous possession, but they're able to keep this one. And it's going to be a first down, but obviously for Grand Valley, you don't like that. You don't like fumbling the football again.
Fumbling the football. Remember when I was in high school, when you fumbled that football, you paid for it in Monday in practice.
Yeah. It was Saturday morning and Monday morning. Monday afternoon after class. It's like you wish class was a tad bit longer on Monday. But the Mustangs able to recover. Back out of here. 6:43 to go. We'll get the football once again. Gain of a yard on the play. Cottrell with the football gets a yard. You're going to see a lot from Grand Valley. A lot of their skill players rotating in different positions. Got a lot of players for Grand Valley who is able to run the football, and you will see that all across the board.
Well, the athletes of this generation are becoming more better at everything. There's no longer a one-trick pony anymore in this world.
2nd and 9, and Cottrell on the run on the right side. Looks like a gain of 7 will set up a 3rd and 2. Third and 2 for the Mustangs. Again, getting the call from the sidelines, not getting in a huddle. See that from a lot of teams in 2022. Carry once again, Cottrell. He's met, but able to get that final push for the first down. Grand Valley Mustangs moving on that 3rd down.
And if I'm Grand Valley, they are probably going to keep the ball on the ground as they see that Edgewood is struggling a little bit. Hands on hips. Edgewood is getting tired. I believe Grand Valley is winning and up in the front, right in the trenches.
And any team, that's what you want to see. You want to see the other team hands on the hips there. But we'll see there to get back in position. Cottrell, he's the hot hand right now. He is untouched up to the first down, and the Mustangs move once again. A team that was backed all the way to their own 1-yard line. They are driving their past midfield.
That's the best. That's when you know you are winning the battle. You are taking the will out of this defensive line, and you are telling them, this is my house. You're not going to come up in my house and dominate.
1st and 10. They're in Edgewood's territory at their 45. They will keep the hot hand. We've got a flag down. The defense is right there for the Warriors. They're like, that's enough. They're like, that's enough of that. However, no gain. Flag was picked up. Got a bit of a breeze. So at some point during the game, one of our depth charts will be flying into the onto the field. We are high above here on top of the press box here tonight. overlooking. Great view. It was a bit humid earlier today, off and on storms, but it has held off here to this point. And a beautiful Friday night, just about room temperature. Dropping back, throw left side, that's caught. Rogers on the left side, gets by a man, gets by another man, goes down the sidelines, past the 10, out of bounds, near the end zone. And that will be a touchdown for Rogers. What a score for the Mustangs of Grand Valley.
That is how you play. The desire, the will. Look at how he just bulldozes, crosses up defenders like a game of basketball.
He was just able to reach that football out too. It's incredible there.
Incredible effort. Incredible effort to pull your team and get the momentum back on your side.
They started from their own 3 actually and was backed up to their 1, and the Mustangs was able to drive all the way down the field for the score. This to tie it with 3:52 to go. Snap, hold, kick is good.
Now with the score tied, it is up to Edgewood to respond.
And they must do so, but what a game so far. The Mustangs able to respond, as now we are tied 7-all with 3:52 to go here on CVC TV, which is brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Dr. Keith Snyder, Don Lewis, Jill Weber, and Jacqueline Thompson. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Visit the website. It's www.ohsurgery.com. That's ohsurgery.com. Thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. Absolute best comes to healthcare and all of that stuff. What a score, what a response for the Mustangs, and we're tied here, Rico, 7-all.
That's just the thing about high school football. You know, that momentum switches back and forth. This is going to be a tug-of-war game, and I believe this is going to be a tug-of-war game here tonight.
Going to have the kickoff here momentarily. Christian Cunningham and Anthony Hunt ready to return this. Got a squig kick and recovered immediately by Edgewood and the Warriors. And once again, talking about that special teams work. Once again, and just like the first possession for the Warriors, they're going to start at about their 48-yard line.
Well, I understand why Grand Valley may have wanted to squib kick this. I mean, it's getting a little windy. They're afraid the ball might take it out of bounds. You don't want another penalty. I think that's what they were trying to avoid.
But it's crazy how much you train for that moment. You on that front line, it's like you want to surprise the other team here. But Edgewood was ready. Here we go. From the 48, the Warriors on the left side. Gets away from one tackler. Out of bounds. Good gain on the outside for Lucas.
Both teams have been running the ball very well in the first quarter.
And that'll be a first down for the Warriors. And Rico, you're absolutely right. I mean, both teams not only just running the football well, but also talk about the yards after contact. Both teams able to get off the first defender, their tailbacks, and they're doing good work there. Here we go. Dropping back. Pump faking. Quarterback will take off. Will take the contact. Got multiple hats on the football for the Mustangs.
That's what Grand Valley's going to have to do. These Mustangs are going to have to fly to the ball as if they're being led by Ed Reed and the Baltimore Ravens. They have to fly to the ball. Get physical.
Tony Hall, the quarterback, decided there to take off, saw the opening. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. On the inside carry, got a first down for the Mustangs. Enos, the ball carrier.
Another solid run.
And what was amazing, as play will continue, got a drop snap, gets it off, makes the catch. There on the outside, Hall to Hunt, Anthony Hunt, able to make that catch, which was a near disaster for the Warriors, recovers and gains 5.
Another excellent play. These teams have come here to play tonight. I'm excited to see what this game has in store.
You could tell, we talk about the confidence coming in, you could tell both teams, they are sure of themselves. Here's Lucas. Again, on the first down. So you're seeing the rotation going here between Lucas and Enos. Just a great combination for the Warriors. Clock is at 2:20. Opening quarter, tied at 7 here in the CVC matchup. Snap, throw, caught on the outside. Made the first man miss. Still going past the 10, inside the 5. And able to get that one. Ernst makes that play. First and goal coming up.
You know what? For the Mustangs, you've been here before. You were just here and you forced a turnover. So now you just have to dig deep.
Offense is spread out here in a goal line situation. Inside carry, and that will be a touchdown for the Warriors. Zeke Lucas, who was putting in work in this drive, gets the touchdown for the Warriors. Let's take a look at it.
And he forced his way in. He would not be denied the end zone on this possession. He was the workhorse for this possession, and his gift is the touchdown.
So the second possession, here's the extra point coming up here. Kiki who get this one here. Snap, hold, and blocked. Getting right through for the Mustangs. And the extra point is denied.
And you wonder why special teams is important, why you practice this time after time after time again, because of plays like that.
Hart was able to break through, number 44, and get the PAT block to slip right through there. So it is a 13-7 football game. The Edgewood Warriors over the Grand Valley Mustangs. And for the second straight scoring drive for Edgewood, they got it only having to drive 52 yards down the field.
It seems like when Edgewood is in short field position, they know what to do from that point on. March, 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 and they did a lot of running the ball and a lot of short passes that turned into big gains, especially that screen pass that led to them getting inside the 5 for the touchdown.
And remember, earlier in the drive, too, there was a mishandle of the snap, and Hall was able to pick it right back up, get the ball off, and the drive continued.
Yes. Quick on, way to be on your feet.
So here we go. As play will resume here. Kick there influenced by the wind. It will let that ball go out of bounds.
Which was a smart thing to do. Let the ball go out of bounds.
Rogers was on that, was set to return it, but was close enough to let that football go out of bounds. Check out ChagrinValleyConference.com. A lot of updates. Great website. They do a great job. ChagrinValleyConference.com. Get updates. All the sports, fall sports happening right now. And you can also check out a live scoreboard update of all the CVC action going on. You can check that out right now on ChagrinValleyConference.com. If you're listening to us live, you can check that out. If you're listening to us on the archive, you still need to go to that website as well, ChagrinValleyConference.com, because a lot of great information you'll see there with the updated scoreboard and all of that stuff. ChagrinValleyConference.com. 1:47 to go. Outside toss. for the Mustangs. Setting up there going. That's Foss Peters, the ball carrier. And again, you're seeing here with the Mustangs, multiple guys carrying the football. Contrell, the last drive. Here, Foss Peters.
And with these high school players, a lot of them are a lot more hybrid. It's like you're kind of watching a whole bunch of Cardale Patterson for the Atlanta Falcons, who could play receiver, who could play running back, could play a little bit of defense. And it was like I was saying earlier, you can't be a one-trick pony in football anymore.
Patterson did very well for me in fantasy football last season. Just
yeah,
for me to.
Me too.
Here's a carry. First down.
Me too.
It's like, how can you go out here and plug fantasy football? Byers gets the first down on the carry. But you got to tell you what, though. A lot of these athletes, part of their influence, the growth of football, they look at fantasy football, and they study some of these players. And you mentioned Patterson, you mentioned all these guys. And fantasy football is a way for young players to more so connect with the game of football across the NFL.
Yes, I agree 100%. I love fantasy football. I learned a lot about a lot of great players that you may not have really known about.
Inside fullback carry. Hard to bring this man down. Casey Turner, gain of 5. He can run the football.
Let me just be the first to tell you, I love the fact that they're using the fullback. The fullback is almost gone from football.
We're going to have it offsides. Getting the hard counts. And our camera crew right on it there saw them jumping the defensive line. And that moves the chains for the first down. The clock is running, and that should be the last play, and it will be the last play of the first quarter. So, here we go. What a football game. It is the end of the first quarter. Edgewood up 13-7 over the Grand Valley Mustangs here on CVC TV, brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Anthony Alfred, Rico McGee here with you here at the home of the Mustangs here in Grand Valley. And what a football game for both of these teams, both showing out.
Both teams have been running the ball exceptionally well, putting their team in great field position. Now it's a matter of who could stop the run, who wants it more in the second quarter, and wants to go into halftime with the momentum.
And what's going to be critical, you brought it up just a few minutes ago, the short runs, and you kind of seen it with both of these teams. We're not talking about like 1 or 2 yard gains. These are like 4 or 5 yard gains almost every time for both of these teams running the football. So defensively, I'm sure that's the focus for both of these teams to look to contain that.
Yes, by halftime, you should look to see some adjustments. I kind of want to see somebody stack the box and try to stop the run a little more, because I think receiver versus DB in this game is kind of even. I think the battle is going to be won in the trenches.
Grand Valley with the football right now. We'll have the carry. And again, just that big, Contrell getting that. And you're noticing again, not even getting touched early on. That's credit to the offensive line and the receivers for blocking as well.
Excellent blocking on both sides. The receivers, everybody thinks receivers just stand outside and look pretty. No, they have to, they help create those big runs when they block those hard-hitting physical corners.
And they have to, especially in that open field. It makes it, you talk first and second level. They're off in that second level. Oh, what a play defensively.
That's exactly what it's going to take.
Enos there making the play immediately. Third down coming up. You see on our scoreboard at the bottom of the screen, Edgewood with 3 timeouts remaining. Grand Valley took an early timeout in the first quarter. They have 2 timeouts, and they have possession. Right now with 10:40 to go. 3rd and 5. Actually, probably a long 3rd and 5, maybe a 3rd and 6. Turner with the football. Got a couple yards on that play. Going to be a 4th and 4. Kind of a no man's land right now. So we'll see what both teams, see what Grand Valley decides to do here. Coming up about 10 minutes ago in the second quarter. It's 4th and 4.
I would expect Grand Valley to run this ball or go with a play action or something to throw the defense off to hopefully gain another big gain.
Play is stopped after kind of looking at it, and the Mustangs take their second timeout of the half. So almost, we kind of see it. We see it in the NBA where you get out there, you have a look, you see what the defense is showing, and then now they're calling the timeout and utilizing their adjustments.
Utilizing their adjustments and trying to see what matchups they can win and where they have an advantage. Honestly, I think they have it in the run. I do believe if they run the ball, they could probably pick up the first. They're averaging about 5 to 6 yards a carry.
So even on a 4th and 4, running the football, you think wouldn't be a bad idea?
It wouldn't. I mean, the way they're running the ball so far.
Well, certainly an option.
Certainly an option, but I think they'll probably be expecting the run. So I wouldn't expect them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw it.
So again, this is officially 4th and 4. I would say 4.5 yards to go here for the Mustangs, going from inside the 40. Throw is intercepted on 4th down, intercepted by Edgewood. And on 4th down, they went for the pass. Turnover there, and here we go.
Exactly. I mean, not surprised. Edgewood had it scouted.
Number 1 with the interception, not on the depth chart. So unfortunately not able to credit it. But number 1 has actually made some plays throughout this last quarter or so. And the big one there, the interception. Here is the carry just to respond. And again, getting the second push there for the first down, Zeke Lucas.
Another excellent run. And now that the momentum is shifted, they forced the turnover on 4th and 4 and now look to Edgewood to extend this lead.
So a third possession for the Warriors in which they have short field. Again, for the Mustangs, it's tough to kind of make a call there. Here's a run, break it off the initial contact. A lot of speed for Christian Cunningham. But we got a flag down on the play.
That might have been a hold. I think this one might be coming back.
Looks like a blocking hold or a block in the back. The words will eventually come out. Block. There we go. I will say, though, I know it resulted in a penalty. Cunningham, who just ran the football, was a lot of speed.
That's a lot of speed. A lot of speed coming out that backfield.
Senior receiver. Again, he's listed as a receiver, but he took the football and ran. Here's a sharp throw. Incomplete. Hall with the pass. Incomplete.
A nice throw, though. I will say that. You want to put it to where.
Had a hold against the Warriors. So now the penalties are adding up here for Edgewood.
A few mental errors.
So what's interesting now because of these penalties, is now going to be they're back deep here. Play will continue. Dropping back. Hall tries to look. He has pressure from behind. That will be swatted down. Incomplete.
Excellent defense. Excellent defense by number 14, jumping to the highest point to knock that ball away.
Boyaski, the quarterback, swatting that down. And he was on an island. He was there by himself there. And that tells you, again, the DBs, you can make a case that every position on the field is the hardest position to play in football. When you're alone as a cornerback, it's just you. That's
Especially
it.
when it's a guy faster than you when you're the last line of defense.
That's off the mark of Cunningham. Cunningham had an open stride there, but it's just off the mark. 3rd and long coming up. So, looking at about a 3rd and about 26, 27 here. A lot of yardage to go here for the Warriors following a couple of critical penalties. Hall will drop back, pump fakes, throws over the middle. A lot of traffic, incomplete.
Way to be there. The Mustangs were in cover 3 defense right there.
Swerka figure was the intended target, but yeah, you mentioned the cover 3 defense, Rico, and not a lot of options offensively. Again, credit the Mustangs for holding there.
An excellent hold there. But once again, Coach Cooper and this Edgewood offense.
So you got Rogers dropping back in punt position here on his 4th and long. Short punt position, kind of close here, but Rogers will field it at the 30. Rogers gets away from the first tackler. Gets a good return past the 45, down at the 48-yard line for the Mustangs with 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
Nice little return to get them near midfield, so now the Mustangs with a chance to take the lead, or at least tie at the very least.
And you mentioned tie and perhaps take the lead. Remember when Edgewood scored their 2nd touchdown, it was a blocked extra point that prevented them to go up 14-7. So it's only 13-7 right now with 8 minutes to go. And Grand Valley will start at their own 48-yard line. Multiple possessions for both teams starting at their 48-yard line. Here's a carry on the left side, gain of a yard for Foss Peters.
Both defenses are showing up as of right now. We're almost halfway through this first half, and nobody's made any big moves.
Coming up on 7:30 to go in a very, very competitive CVC contest here between Edgewood and Grand Valley. Both teams, so we got a stoppage of play. Got an official's timeout. So, looks like a little substitution. So as they get that settled here, got a little late substitution here, play will continue. Both of these teams, and we'll talk about it throughout the game, you could tell they want to use this as a statement game. Here's a carry, Foss Peters. Good blocking by the receivers, gets the first down, down at the 30. John Foss Peters gets the first down. Let's take a look at it again here.
Another huge run. Look at how those holes and those receivers getting physical, setting up the blocks, which allow for that run to happen.
Got a Edgewood timeout for the Warriors. And I don't think we can stress this enough here. Double A Anthony Alfarico McGee, our entire CVC TV crew here, LPV Productions. We can't stress this enough. Receivers blocking at the 2nd level. Obviously expect with the offensive line, and we say obviously like we take it for granted. You don't take it for granted. It starts with the offensive line setting the tone. But then when you have receivers that are able to commit to blocking downfield, that sends a huge message to your teammates.
It just shows that everybody's involved. Everybody believes in the system. Everybody believes that we could do something with this, with what we're trying to build. It's just amazing.
Again, for Grand Valley, returning multiple starters this season. So they've been together, last year. It's the fullback carry. Driving through, still on his feet, still moving. Turner down at the 25. Number 1 makes the stop.
That's a big, strong fullback. The fullback, one of the most, not one of the most, but the forgotten position in football. Grand Valley reminding us all what he can do.
Here's the handoff. And keep it going here. Contrell. And we got a 3rd and short coming up.
Another strong run. It's a great turnout here tonight, actually.
Yeah, for both teams. Active crowds both ways. Turner had a great kickoff block there in a fullback position on that last play as well. 6 minutes to go here. 3rd down. Speaking of Casey Turner, here he is with the football. Holding on to it, still going, and a herd of Warriors right there. You need all of them to make the stop and bring Turner down.
It's going to take all hands on deck to get that man.
Right back at it once again. And play is stopped. And an Edgewood timeout right now. With 5:46 to go, with the Grand Valley Mustangs driving in the red zone. And you mentioned just consistently running the football, getting big gains. I every time we come to stadiums, I'm always reminded of my least favorite drill, but it's one of the most important drills. It's over in our corner. It's the sled. And it brings back so many bad memories, but important memories, good memories, because you learn how to drive. You learn that second effort, driving the legs, and that sled is so important. And you see those workouts and those drills for both of these teams playing out on the field, especially with the running game. Whether they have the football or not, you're seeing it play out.
You know what? Hard work pays off. And in the summertime, these running backs, these linebackers, just up in the trenches, just on the ground, you need that sled drill amongst other drills.
So we're back in action here. 1st down, Casey Turner. And look, you put in work, coach is going to give you the opportunity. He's going to feed you with the football. We're seeing it here. Sandinas makes the play here. 2nd to go coming up. We got a keeper, quarterback keeper. Boyaski. And Hunt makes the play on the outside. 3rd and go from the 3 coming up.
I'll tell you what, the fullback there reminding us what the fullback can do. I miss the fullback. You are the first one. You lined up in the 3-point stance right in front of that tailback, and when you get that ball, you got to hit that hole hard.
So here we go, 3rd and go. Everyone tight in coverage. And the ball comes loose. Ball comes loose. And the Warriors of Edgewood recovers the football.
So much promise on that drive, so much promise. But once again, Edgewood on that goal line stance, making the stand and forcing the turnover. Now they'll have the ball deep in their own territory with another chance to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tough there if you're the Mustangs. But, again, we talk about this a lot here with football. And at this level, a lot of these players, they play both ways. So after that play, as this run here on the inside, you know, you got to have a quick short-term memory because you got to be right back to our defense.
You have to have a short-term memory. You can't dwell.
How big was that for the Warriors to, Mustangs were driving down the field. They started at their own 48 to get that turnover at that moment of the game.
Well, I think that was very big. I think the thing that we have to realize is when your back is against the wall and Grand Valley is threatening to score, when you're able to force a turnover, it's like a huge weight lifted off your back. It's like study for that test, that hard test, and you see that you passed. It's like, whew.
And that's where it starts, as we have a first down for Edgewood. Zenos getting the run here. Dropping back. Throw, ball a little bit high. Ball was coming in hot there for Hunt. And that's incomplete. What do you think, Tony Hall, the quarterback for Edgewood? Thinking of Edgewater Beach here for a second. But was there earlier in the week. But Tony Hall for the Warriors of Edgewood, he's had command of this offense.
I think he has a cannon.
And we see it here. Ball's thrown. Just a bit outside.
That would have been an excellent catch if he had made that catch. But number 12 has an excellent arm. I mean, beautiful.
We got some substitutions defensively. 3 in, 3 out defensively. Setting up a 3rd and 10 from the 23. Grand Valley looking to hold this offense after the fumble. Low snap, throw. Quick throw is caught, complete on the outside, but nowhere to go as this defense, as they were right on Ernst, gain of a yard. But a good stop there for the Mustangs.
Both defenses flying to the ball and getting after it. I just love good defensive football. I played defensive back and semi-pro, so I love a good defensive game.
So after the turnover, got a punt here. Moving on with punt. Rogers will return, fielded at the 40. Gets past the first and down at the 44-yard line as the Mustangs get the football back.
Getting the football back in Edgewood territory with a chance to march down the field once again. Like you said earlier, you have to have a short-term memory. Your defense forced a 3 and out.
And they did just that. And again, forcing that 3 and out, coming right back to it. And the Mustangs, once again, driving right down the field. And they have the opportunity to do so. So we had a little hot start to this football game. Sun's starting to come down now. Just a perfect night for football. Mishandled on the snap. And defensively, the Warriors make the Mustangs pay, as that was a mishandle on the snap.
Mishandled on the snap, and Edgewood just took advantage of it. They were ready to make a stop on that play. They all, like I've been saying, flying to the ball, and were able to get him down in the backfield.
They've been doing what they can here. Coming up by 2:15 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 14. Snap. Setting up. Throw. Picked off. Intercepted by the Warriors. Coming right up the field. Right up the sideline. Cuts across. Has one man to beat. And just gets him down. Anthony Hunt with the interception and was one defender away from scoring.
Anthony Hunt has been the heart and soul of this offense and defense all night for Edgewood, and he makes another big interception.
And if it wasn't for Foss Peters, that would have been 6 for Edgewood. So right back once again, the Warriors having the football on the left side. Minute 40 and counting to go. Phillips with the stop. Both teams with one timeout remaining in the first half.
Look for some serious second half adjustments.
Low snap. Carry and immediate contact. Lucas with the carry. Coming up on a minute 10 to go. And now Saltis made that play. 3rd and 7. See how they manage the clock here. Again, both teams with just one timeout remaining. Throw. This is going near the end zone. Oh, that was nearly. Cunningham nearly cut in and made the play, but the clock stops with 50.6 to go in the second quarter. They are at the 22-yard line, and the Warriors will go for it. So after the interception, can the Warriors turn the short field into points? Moving around, still moving, still looking. Throws to the end zone. That is caught for the touchdown.
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. That catch was beautiful. And he didn't get just 1 foot in bounds. He got both feet in bounds.
I believe that was Gillespie there with the score. We're going to wait for the call. It's going to be against the offense. We'll wait for the official ruling. Tony Hall. Unbelievable.
What a play.
Unbelievable.
What a play. What a play.
So, still waiting on the officials here. I think they see what they rule here. I think they picked up the flag. They did pick up the flag. So, no penalty. Extra point upcoming for Vasile, and that's good. Edgewood on a 4th down, able to get that score, and it is now 20-7 off of that turnover. They was against the ropes on the 4th down. Tony Hall able to just find the open man and make a great throw to the end zone.
What an excellent play. And I'm just speechless right now. That was just a beautiful catch, a beautiful pass. Way to find him in the end zone. And he jumped over a defender to get that ball.
It's incredible.
The second half, the second half will tell us who wants this game more.
Well, and I think, though, both teams are in a great position. The Mustangs, they've had their opportunities. There's just been a few plays, a few costly turnovers, and it's just like they had the Warriors right on the ropes, and it just didn't happen. So actually, a little correction. So the penalty was against against the Mustangs, excuse me, and it was reflected, or it is going to be reflected on the kickoff here. So Edgewood's going to actually kick off from the 45. Ball is drilled. Will be fielded. And out of bounds with 32.3 to go. Foss Peters had fielded that kick return. 32 seconds to go here, Rico. And for the Mustangs, what kind of adjustments would you like to see Grand Valley make in the second half?
Well, in the second half, I would actually like to see them stack the box a little more to slow down this rushing attack of Edgewood. I would also, on offense, they're doing what they can. They're opening up the playbook a little bit. It's just a couple costly turnovers, a lot of mental errors. They just have to calm down, relax, take your time. You don't have to get it all back in one possession. Calm down, take your time, relax, because come out ready in the second half.
Mustangs will carry here with Turner. And Turner able to get that carry. And I was just thinking it was Turner. He had the fumble on the last drive, but the man was carrying the football all the way down the field. It's going to be important for Turner. It's going to be important for his teammates, for the coaching staff. Like, hey, you've been putting in work this first half. Short-term memory, get back at it.
Just crowd him, you just get around him, uplift him, show him that you still have that confidence in him, and we're going to keep feeding you the ball, big man, and we're going to let you march us down.
And that's the last play of the first half. Real quick, Edgewood up 20-7. What do you like to see from them in the second half?
The exact same thing from Grand Valley. Stack that box. You guys are going to have to slow down the run. Your defensive backs, your secondary and your back seven is playing excellent. They forced a few turnovers. Let's see more of that in the second half. And open up the playbook. I think you could go a little downfield a little more in the second half.
We will hear from both marching bands coming up here at halftime. Again, our score, Edgewood 20, Grand Valley 7 for Rico McGee and our entire crew. AA Anthony Alfred here with your broadcast, brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. We'll be back with you for the second half. But right now, we turn our focus to the bands here at halftime.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we proudly present the sights and sounds of the Edgewood Warrior Marching Band. Under the direction of Connie Summers, Angela Ponteri, and Kathy Zett, with Major Ed Advisor Rayanne Eldred and drumline instructor Joshua Summers. Tonight, we take you on a journey back in time to when the sounds of classic rock filled the air on car radios, record players, and 8-track tapes. Our first selection is a song by the English rock band The Who. We'll feature our trumpet players, Mason Davis, Matthew Summers, Angelina Wagner, and Ashley Riddle. This is I Can See for Miles. Next, we feature our majorettes, Adri, Olivia, Harley, Michaela, and Lexi. In this crowd-pleasing favorite, originally recorded by Deep Purple in 1971, Smoke on the Water. And finally, we close our show with this Stadium Rocker by AC/DC. So feel free to tap your feet, sing along, or bang your head like AC/DC's guitarist Angus Young. Here is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
To close our show, we want to highlight a lesson that we are sure everyone has learned over the last few years, and that is how much we need the people around us. Featuring senior trombone soloist Emily Carlson, here is the Jackson 5, I'll Be There.
Yeah, it's like when I was a little kid, I loved the Jackson 5.
I am gonna go grab my poncho.
We are back here live. It is halftime. We're actually about to start the third quarter in just a couple of minutes. Edgewood Warriors up against the Grand Valley Mustangs, 20-7, week 2 of high school football, right here on CVC TV, brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Welcome back, everybody. Double A Anthony Alford, along with Rico McGee, our entire crew here. Heard both marching bands. They were fantastic. And here we are about to start the third quarter of action. And an incredible first half here for Rico. Let's start with Grand Valley down 20-7. They've had opportunities. They've looked good, but a couple of critical plays not going their way. What do you think they're looking into, what they were talking about at halftime going into the second half?
Well, I think the first thing is you need to fix the mental errors. A lot of mental errors, a lot of turnovers, just a lot of plays that could have been prevented. Just take your time. Listen, it's 20-7. It's still anybody's game. You're only down 2 scores. Take your time. You don't need to get it all back in one possession. Just take your time. Play great defense. Fix the mental errors. Take your time. And I think that will be the thing for Grand Valley.
Meanwhile, for the Edgewood Warriors, up 20-7, they've taken advantage of some short field opportunities. Their last score, remember, was on a 4th down, a key throw that went in the end zone for the touchdown, the 4th down. We talk about those 3 or 4 or 5 key plays that, depending on where they go, that's how it separates the score. We've seen that for the Warriors on their side of things.
I think for the Edgewood Warriors, the battle of field position has been highly in their favor. That's why they're up 2 scores right now. What they need to do, what I think they should do, is continue to stack the box, slow down that run. If you can slow down that run, it's a DB versus receiver matchup that I think their DBs have been winning, and they should be pretty confident in what their DBs have done. So for Edgewood, I want to see them stack the box, and slow down that run.
And they definitely have the opportunity to do so. Again, both teams from the running side of things have been able to gain a lot of yards, especially off of initial contact, talking 4 or 5 yard gains. So you have been seeing that throughout. Got to mention the crowd here for both teams has been phenomenal. We got kids out here, and again, it starts, the dream starts at a young age. So seeing the kids out here, seeing like, hey, this is where we could be, years from now. Time moves on fast here, so it's good to see the crowds on both sides, both enjoying themselves. So we're almost set and ready to go. Again, ChagrinValleyConference.com, live scoreboard update if you're watching us live on ChagrinValleyConference.com or our CVC TV on YouTube. You could check that out. If you're listening on replay, still go to ChagrinValleyConference.com. Lots of updates and things going on across the conference, spanning as far west as Brooklyn, spanning as far east as Ashtabula County, which is where we're at here tonight. So we are just about set and ready to go for the second half as Grand Valley will get the ball first here. It's electric here. Both teams, we talked about it during the CVC TV media days, which you can look back on ChagrinValleyConference.com and the YouTube page, CVC TV. They both talked about Ace getting off to a fresh start, establishing a culture, things of that sort. I think this game is proving that both of these teams are really turning things around.
Exactly. Actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about was during halftime, I met a lady whose grandson plays for Edgewood, and she was saying that hopefully this will be the spark that Edgewood needed for the last 20-plus years. And she talked about how Edgewood has struggled.
Well, quick, here is Rogers taking off. He's going down the sidelines. Beat the man! And Rogers, untouched, touchdown! Grand Valley Mustangs!
That is how you start the third quarter. That's how you open up. That's how you open up. That's how you start the third quarter.
Rogers reached over. You see there on the replay, reached over. That ball could not cross the end zone any quicker. This crowd is in it incredible. And what was interesting, we're on a grass field here tonight. Because of all the rain from earlier today, the ball kind of sat there at midfield. And you kind of see in the conditions, it sat at midfield. It didn't roll. So Rogers just picked up the football and just went ahead and just said, hey, I got this.
And that's exactly what he did. And now it's a one-score game. Special teams has been a huge factor in tonight.
And that was missed there, missed on the extra point opportunity. And correct there. And nonetheless, it is 20-13. Edgewood, up 20-13. Grand Valley getting the kick return for the score. Incredible return.
Incredible return, and that may be the spark now. It's up to Edgewood to respond to that. You just got punched in the mouth. Let's see how you respond. Continue to play your game, man. That's all you can do.
And again, we mentioned, Edgewood had the advantage. We always talk about those 4 or 5 plays that make or break a football game. In the first half, the Warriors got most of those plays. Now the Mustangs get a break to start the second half.
That's what it is. The momentum is shifting between both teams. It's like a game of tug of war.
And so far here, 17 seconds into the third quarter, we are locked and loaded, a one-score game. It's Grand Valley getting the kick return there, Rogers. And you always talked about, hey, just give me the football. Let's get the football. We get the football in my hands, make things happen. You kind of see that. So here we go.
He has stepped up big for his team.
He really has.
He's really been great for this team, and he's keeping them in it right now.
The lights are fully on here at Grand Valley. A good kick that will be fielded by Anthony Hunt. He has a good return on his zone and is tripped up past the 40. Good return for the Warriors to respond.
Now they once again start near midfield, almost back in Grand Valley territory.
And we've seen a few drives, a few possessions where Edgewood is on short field, and this time they will start at their own 45-yard line. Only 55 yards to go to the end zone. And that's an adjustment right there. Met in the backfield, able to make that play, the Mustangs, on initial contact.
Whatever the coach said to him in the locker room during halftime, he's got his boys fired up, and they've been throwing haymakers and connecting in the second half.
Brady Loggins making that play there in the backfield. 2nd and 16. Quick throw, incomplete, out of the hands of Cunningham. 3rd and 16. Already, we're 3 plays into the second half. Already a different feel. Low snap, throw, caught on a stride. Enough that a final reach for the first down.
And that's what Edgewood has to do, just get settled in. You just had a situation, you had a bad storm and you're weathering it now. Good first down pickup by number 4.
Ernst there making that play. They needed 16, they got 17 on that play. Inside carry, minimal gain for Lucas.
This is exactly the second half start that the Mustangs needed.
10:36 to go in this third quarter. An electric start to this third quarter. Quick throw, caught. Not able to advance after the play, no gain. Anthony Hunt with the reception. The DBs were there for the Mustangs. They will give the Warriors a yard on that one, third down. And we're going to have a flag.
Another mental error.
And that will be against Grand Valley. Defensively, an offsides. Third and 3. A little bit of a breeze here. Sideline for Grand Valley, telling the fans, let's go. And they are locked in, ready to go. This whole stadium engaged. Run inside. First down for Lucas. Zeke Lucas, a lot of carries here in this football game. He has come through for the Warriors.
Yes, he has. And the running game for the Edgewood Warriors has been magnificent this evening. Just another mental error.
Here's the snap. Protection, throw, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Ernst. Second and 10 upcoming.
That would have been an excellent catch.
Pressure was there defensively around the receiver. 9:24 to go in this third quarter. The Warriors have started their drive at their own 45, and a fumble, and Tony Hall has to fall on it. A miscue in the backfield sets up a third and long.
Looks like somebody got away with jumping off sides.
We'll see there. Again, the officials right on it, watching. That's a great jump. Just creating that pressure. This time, this will go against the Warriors. In case you're just joining us, the Mustangs, thanks to Rogers, scored on a opening second half kick return. And that's how we got to 20-13. And the Warriors now backed up. Drop it back. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Ernst. Incomplete for Hall.
And you know what? I think that would have been a great throw. He just shot it a little too hard and overthrew it.
So the Warriors moving down the field, but the penalty and a couple stops for the Mustangs bring them back. And on a long fourth down, in position, the Warriors to punt. Gets the punt off. It will bounce. It will stop right inside the 5, about at the 3-yard line. And the Grand Valley Mustangs are going to have to start there.
They're going to have to start there. But remember, early back in the first half, they did march from their own 3-yard line and score for their first points of the game, I believe, actually. So I believe they can do it again.
Yeah, remember the initial scoring drive that they had early in the game started at the 3. You're exactly right. Started at the 3. They were backed up to the 1 and then drove 99 yards to score, the Mustangs. And that put them on the scoreboard. Again, our broadcast brought to you by CVC TV, brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. You see their logo on the top right corner of your screen as the Mustangs get things going. Driving, still going in a good run for Grand Valley. Enough for a first down. Casey Turner, the ball carrier.
Another tough run. Now we're going to see who wants it more in this battle of the trenches.
Right back at it once again. The carry, and this time, the defense right on it. About a yard, maybe 2 yards on the carry. Grand Valley will go to a huddle.
They're making it clear with this drive. We are going to make you stop this run.
2 receivers align at the bottom of your screen. And a carry on the inside. Try to spread the defense out. Turner with the ball. We'll gain a few there.
Almost looked a little bit like a West Coast offense a little bit. You know how they spread. You know the Pac-12 conference where they spread out their receivers, and it's a speed game. It's a game of runs, and I think that's what Grand Valley is going with right now.
Turner was sub out. Turner putting in work there. Setting up a 3rd and 5. From the 20. Outside carry. Running the ball. And that'll be close for Foss Peters.
Another
Give him 3 there, 3 yards.
Another excellent run. And I think they're going to go for it.
They will go for it here. We'll go on the initial snap. We'll see. This will depend on the spot. The Warriors believe that they made the stop. Again, that was 4th down. And they are short. Turnover on downs. Edgewood making a defensive stop.
And that's what you're supposed to do. Had a little bit of a storm, and you weathered it.
Edgewood out of Ashtabula making the stop there with 6:21 to go. Huge turning point of the game. Here is the run on the left side. Still able to keep it. Enos get the ball. Good gain on the left side. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2 upcoming. It's coming up on 6 minutes to go. Last possession, the Warriors had to punt their last drive. This time they are moving. They are at the 25, or just inside the 25. Pressure and a sack.
Excellent play. Way to bring the blitz and force the quarterback out of his comfort zone, preventing that play from going anywhere.
Hart able to make the stop defensively, along with some teammates. That's where it starts, that initial contact. 3rd and 8. We'll get the carry and a stop. So they give the ball to Lucas. Only a gain of about a yard there. Gain of 2, and it's going to be decision time here.
And I think Cooper's going to keep his QB in. He's going to keep his offense on the field, and they are going to go for it.
Coach Cooper said he wanted to install confidence into this team this offseason. They said they embrace hard work. They embrace all of that. But unfortunately, a penalty against the Warriors. 5-yard penalty, illegal procedure. 4th and 11 coming up.
Oh, he's going to keep them on. He's going to keep them on, and they are going to try to convert.
They have 11 yards to do it. They are at the 26-yard line. Tony Hall will take the snap. Hall will pump fake. He is sacked. Oh, that's going to be a incomplete regardless. That is a turnover on downs. So both teams in this third quarter at various points goes for it on fourth down. And unfortunately for both teams, they don't get it. Fortunately for the defense, they make the stop.
The way number 18 just pushes off that would-be blocker to force the incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was Hyvik there, making a stop there defensively. And the Mustangs making a stop there, back on offense. Running the football, able to get a good pocket. Ball was down. As Cottrell running the football, a good gain for the Mustangs. Gain of 8.
8-yard gain. I mean, both running games have, mainly the Mustangs this half, have been averaging at least 6 to 8 yards a carry.
And is this something that's been carrying on from the first half? It's been a theme here. Here's the snap. Cottrell will keep it again. We'll get the first down. Tackle is made by Cunningham, but a first down for the Mustangs. And we have an injury on the field following that play. So trainers will look into that with 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. Back up here, Anthony Alfred, Rico McGee here with you. And as they attend to the injury, so kind of, it's interesting. You think about the feel of this game and where this game is going. You feel like, Grand Valley got that kick return for the touchdown. They're a play away from really flipping things around here and tying or even taking the lead here. How do you feel on the Grand Valley side of things? How it's going?
Oh, your confidence is up. Your confidence is, woo, I feel it. We about to take over this game. And you jumping around. The sideline is excited. The fans are excited because they feel the turnaround coming. They feel the momentum shifting slowly in their favor. And number 12 is back up, and that's what you love to see.
And that was Cottrell. The trainers worked on Cottrell. He walks off on its own power off the field. But, yeah, the confidence is there. Meanwhile, on the Warriors side of things, they had, the short field opportunities here. They're playing with a lead here. Now, I remember last week the Warriors were in a come-from-behind situation. So this is new territory for them this week.
Brand new territory for them this week. Now they have to hold this lead. Their defense has to.
Here is Foss Peters back to the line of scrimmage.
But it's like I said, your confidence is definitely going up. You just got a big-time stop on fourth down and get the ball back to your offense. Now open up that playbook. Give some different looks. Try to find some open holes in the zone. You don't have to go deep. Just find short, medium passes to march the ball down slowly but surely. It's not about the sprint. It's a marathon. Take your time. You've got plenty of time, just over 3 minutes in the third quarter, and you have a whole fourth quarter. So just take your time.
And defensively, the Warriors, they might have seen that coming. They were able to defend that.
Well, they were able to defend it, and now I think the Warriors are stacking that box a little bit and forcing them to look at some other options, maybe throwing the ball, maybe a little play action, something to open up and stretch the imagination and stretch the field,
Big time third down coming up from the 40, from the Mustangs' own 40-yard line. 3rd and 11. Got receivers lined up, one on each end of the field. Broski on the run. He's going to have to make something happen. Little contact on the outside. Gains a few yards on that play. It's going to be out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Forced two Edgewood players to make a collision.
So we got a 4th and 6. Hopefully those players are okay, because it was we heard it all the way up here. We're at the top of the press box. Heard that contact there. You kind of see it there. Borowski, the quarterback, he can make things happen on the run. But on a 4th down here, looks like Mustangs try to force someone to jump. But he did get back. Got a punt here. And again, just that field, you're not getting much of a bounce at all on that grass field.
Oh, man, tell me about it. This is probably one of the last football fields I've seen where they play on real grass, but it's like I enjoy it. I enjoy every bit of it.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about this off air. You know, a lot of teams now are starting to play on turf field, grassy turf and those things. So it is nice to see athletes playing on a grass field here tonight. Actually, Edgewood, their home field is on grass, so they're used to this as well.
Oh, definitely.
There's a tackle on the right side. They try to pull off the jet sweep. Brady.
Physicality, strength, dominance. You have to show them this is our house. And when you come into Grand Valley High School on our stadium, and in our stadium, excuse me, you have to be physical and show them who you are.
Logan was able to make that play there. We have a injury on the field. They attend to that at midfield. And just again, got to mention, I got to point this out too, as I always do here on our broadcast. We give give my concession stand review. Always, support and everything, because we need the water first off. The water bottles we need.
Fresh cold water.
Fresh cold water. We absolutely need that. So had two cheeseburgers here tonight, and I got to tell you, the great folks here at Grand Valley, outstanding job with the cheeseburger. Outstanding job with the cheeseburgers.
The popcorn is exquisite.
Yes.
Real beef.
We are told that it's with real beef. And from tasting it, absolutely true. You have popcorn during the halftime.
Popcorn is delicious. I love the popcorn.
So, again, always support. Come on out. Support your home teams. And, concessions, merchandise. Everyone here in the CVC does an excellent job. Throw on the run. That's caught. Trying to make a move here, Hunt. Hunt gets back inside, but he is down just past the line of scrimmage.
That was almost that could have been really big. That could have been really big. Way to fly to the ball for this Grand Valley defense.
I'll tell you what, keep an eye here on Brady Boggin, number 17 on the outside for the Mustangs. He is an absolute presence there on the outside, and he makes his presence felt. That is the end of the third quarter.
He's the unsung hero for this Grand Valley defense tonight.
That is the end of the third quarter. Edgewood up against Grand Valley 20-13. And we get set to go into the fourth quarter. And I'll tell you what, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
The crazy part is, I'll tell you, I've been here 8 years. I've done just about everything here. You really don't think of anything. We don't have a top-notch place.
Uh-huh.
In here, you go, holy.
Whoa, got all that there. Got all that. We are live, yes, we are live. We are live. And as we're back here again, and again, I got to tell you, just the excitement is in play here tonight from everyone involved, the support from everyone here at Grand Valley, and Edgewood has been absolutely incredible. Back here, fourth quarter. It is the fourth quarter, 12 minutes to go here Flag is down. Throws the ball, and it's caught.
He threw up a prayer, and they came down with it.
Came down with the play.
But it's coming back. It's a holding call on the offense.
Holding call on the offense. 11:51 to go in the fourth quarter. So again, coming back, get everyone excited. Everyone excited. All that stuff going on there. So we are back here once again. 11:47 to go in the fourth quarter and counting.
Now it's time to find out who really wants it more.
Third and long here. Pass on the move. Try to make something happen here, Hall. Man down, gets him down. Hunter Hayes there on that play. Hunter Hayes makes the play in the open field. 11:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Fourth down and 13. And the Warriors will punt. Rogers is back there to return. He had the kick return for the touchdown to start the third quarter. Good snap. And the punt goes as far away from Rogers as possible. And that thing will sit there. I will say, one of the things they may say, like, hey, Rogers, the ball's going that far away from you. It's probably just safe just to get away from it.
Oh, exactly. I wouldn't have gone anywhere near this. We call poison. That means get away from the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I would like to see. I would actually like to see what Grand Valley's been doing. I would actually like to see them stretch the field a little bit. Stretch the field, put all their best DBs on the island. My wide receivers are better than your DBs. If you play for Grand Valley, that's what you're thinking to yourself. We're better than you. Let's stretch the field. Let's go one-on-one, and let's see who's the best.
So we're back at it here again. So a little malfunction on the clock here. We got 10:39 to go in the fourth quarter. 10:39 to go in the fourth quarter. 20-13. Both teams with all three of their timeouts here in the fourth quarter. And the Grand Valley Mustangs with the football right now from the 36. Kerry Foss-Peters is going to lose yards there. The defense for the Warriors right there on the play. 10:30 to go and counting in the fourth quarter.
I think we realize, Edgewood realizes now that there is a sense of urgency. Yes, you're up 7, but at any minute, one play, one mistake can change the whole momentum of this game, and it's been that way all night.
Warriors up 7, 20-13. Both teams with missed extra points. That's why we got the 20-13 score. No field goals tonight. Pump fake, throw, in traffic, incomplete.
Almost another great play. You don't have to worry about going deep. You don't have to go deep. It was only second down. You just find something short. Your defense has been playing stellar. They've kept Edgewood out of the end zone, and they've kept them from making a field goal. Well, they haven't attempted any field goals, but they kept them off the scoreboard in the third quarter. You don't have to try to get it all back. Every little bit, march down the field, and just play your game.
We are coming up at the top of the hour. You're watching CVC TV. Anthony Alford, Rico McGee here with you. It is 3rd and 14 from the 31-yard line. The Warriors of Edgewood up 20-13. On the run. Ball is loose. All the way in the backfield and having a fall on it. Foss-Peters there. And a huge loss. Grand Valley will keep the football, but it's fourth down.
It's fourth down, and you have to think to yourself, they're probably going to punt the ball, but just costly. Just that blitz coming from off the outside edge, almost forcing that near turnover. And that's been the story. Edgewood just forcing turnovers and making big plays.
We got a couple. I think we have some personnel issues for the Mustangs, and they have to call a timeout. And that's a timeout I'm sure they did not want to use.
Oh, they did not want to use it. That's gonna come back to haunt them later on. The mental errors, the mental mistakes, and I think that's what's been the Achilles heel of the Mustangs this evening.
20-13, Edgewood up against the Grand Valley Mustangs. First home game for the Mustangs with 9:04 to go in the fourth quarter of play. It will officially, when both teams return to the field, it will be 4th and 39. Now, other than punting the football, there's very few 4th and 39 plays that you could have, but that's kind of where we're at. Also, one thing that is worth mentioning, and you kind of seen it on the field here with the passing, there is a strong breeze out here tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and that may affect the punt. I would just try to keep it, whatever you do, you want to keep it away from number 2. You want to keep it away. Definitely want to keep it away.
And that's Anthony Hunt. And you're noticing, again, all the balls are drifting to the top of your screen, your computer and television screens. That's where the wind is blowing. And that's where the punt goes, right to the top of the screen. And again, because of the rain, ball's not really bouncing.
That is not where you want it. Now Edgewood will start in the Mustang territory, and that's not what the Mustangs needed at this point.
Again, we want to thank our sponsor. Again, all of our events here on CVC TV throughout the year. Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. This year's title sponsor for CVC TV. Deal with facial pain and injuries, practice diagnosis, and a full range of dental implants. Look no further than the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for all of your oral surgery and cosmetic surgery needs. Go to ohsurgery.com. Again, that is ohsurgery.com. That is incomplete. We got 8:49, so yeah, we're right back at it. Again, our crew, phenomenal crew here at LPV Productions, CVC TV. Tireless work, back at it. Fourth quarter, 8:48 to go and counting. Lucas able to run the football. And that will be a first down for the Warriors.
And it's been tough, and Edgewood is knocking. I think they're back in the red zone now. They're knocking on the door again.
Yep, in the red zone at the 19. Run on the right side. Trying to create some space. Christian Cunningham. Will be another first down. First and goal coming up for the Warriors.
The Mustangs, Grand Valley Mustangs, have got to find an answer to slow down this run game, this rushing attack of the Edgewood offense.
4 yards to go here. First and go. Edgewood looking to move to 2-0. Grand Valley looking for their first win. Tough loss last week. Low snap. Flag is down. And some miscommunication in the backfield. But a flag is down. And it's against Edgewood.
That may bail them out some. We'll see how much that penalty helps the Mustangs.
And a little bit of, right back at it here. Second and goal. 8:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Trying to drive. And I'll tell you what, you talking about the turning point of this game. Here we are right now, 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. The Mustangs have got to come up with a goal line stand to force 4th down. I think they'll be okay if they could force 4th down.
Here's the snap. Throw. Flag is down. Incomplete. And the penalty would be against Edgewood. Injury on the play. Let's see what the call is first. And the Warriors, well, penalty would be declined. So, either way, we do have an injury on the field. So, a little bit of a recap here. Edgewood, 20 points all in the first half. Grand Valley only has 7 in the first half, had the huge kick return to start the second half with Rogers. But other than that, we have been scoreless in this second half for both of these teams, locked up at 20-13.
This game has been a battle of the defenses. Both defenses have stepped up big and kept the opposite offense out the end zone.
But here we go. We're going to got to see what's going on. The player is up. Now, what's critical here, that is Browski, the starting quarterback. He's the one with the injury for Grand Valley. So we're going to have to keep track on what's going on there. Again, multiple players playing both sides of the ball. We're not going to speculate on the injury, but there is impact with that injury, especially when the Mustangs go back onto the field. We'll address that momentarily. It is 4th and go.
It looks like
4th and go for the Warriors. 5 yards. They're at the 5-yard line. Fumble, snap, throw, incomplete. And the Mustangs get the break that they needed. And the Warriors, they're like, we could have opened this up. Turnover on downs.
I don't believe in always taking a gamble, though. That's the one thing I'm not really sure about. I probably would have kicked the field goal in that situation. They were close enough in field goal range that you still extend to a 10-point lead, and that's still a 2-possession game.
Well, what's interesting, though, and you see it with teams at this level, there are times where it's like, hey, especially with the win, it might be tough to kick the field goal.
Exactly. It seems like the win is coming.
So here we go, back on offense. We do have a QB change, which we will address momentarily. And it is really blowing here. Sammy, go forth. In at quarterback. Borowski had the injury during the defensive possession just a few plays ago. So go forth is under center at quarterback. They will run with Turner. Casey Turner, just like he was doing really all game long, driving, and that's enough for Grand Valley to get a first down.
The wind is increasing now. So what do? Keep it on the ground. They haven't been able to stop the run all night. Why run away from it now? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Clock is going down, 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from the 27. They will run it once again. Defense is right there for the Warriors. Cottrell running the football back to the line of scrimmage. Smith was there with the stop. 6:13 to go in this fourth quarter. Goforth. Sammy Goforth in there. Under center. Showing pressure up the middle. And Edgewood was right there. Had a linebacker blitz up the middle. And the Warriors were ready for that rushing attack. It is now 3rd down coming up.
Edgewood was ready for that, and I think they pretty much know what's coming. The wind is increasing. It's not going to be too many reasons to throw the ball.
But here on a 3rd and 10 here, let's see what the call's going to be. Sophomore quarterback in here. They will run it. They will run it here, Trail. It's going to be, looks like a gain of 5. And with 5:13 to go, get that 7 yards. A 4th and 3 coming up here with 5 minutes to go. Mustangs down 7. One receiver at the top of the screen, one at the bottom of the screen. Inside carry to push. Mustangs get the push. Turner, Casey Turner, still up past midfield. Casey Turner, 1st down on that 4th down attempt.
What a run. What a run. They were forced to come down. He just would not be denied on the first, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This game is going to come down to who wants it more, and now with just under 5 minutes to go.
4:30 to go in this 4th quarter. New set of downs. Right back at it here. Gain about 2 or 3 on the play. Hyvik with the carry.
They are taking the will out of Edgewood right now. The battle is being won in the trenches. That offensive line has found a new leash on life, and they are dominating. They are forcing Edgewood back.
And their starting quarterback, Borowski, back in. Turner with the football. Turner with another few yards on the play. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 5. Safe to say here with 3:30 to go here, obviously, down 7, 4 down territory. 3rd down here. Fake. Throw. Incomplete. Dangerous throw for the Mustangs.
Dangerous throw. They tried to go with the play action. Edgewood had it well scouted and almost came up with the pick.
So here we go again now. 3:17. That stops the clock. 3:17 to go in the 4th quarter. It is 4th and 6. Both teams getting instructions from their sidelines. Both teams saying, look, we have the players, we have the team to turn around the culture for both of these teams. And win, lose, or draw, that has happened based on the play of this game. But here we go, 4th down.
This is what counts. This is the play right here. This is the play right here. What's going to happen?
Snap. Pressure. Rolling out to the right. That is incomplete. On the 4th down, incomplete pass intended for Rogers and the Warriors.
The Edgewood Warriors defense steps up big.
Turnover on down. So before they were able to convert on the 4th down, and now with 3:14 to go, the Warriors looking to maintain their 20-13 lead.
Now, Grand Valley still has 2 timeouts now, so it's not over yet. If you could make a couple of key stops, the defense has been excellent in the second half, has been nothing short of stellar, and you still have 2 timeouts.
Edgewood just used their first timeout. Again, up 20-13 with 3:14 to go in this 4th quarter. of play. And last week, the Warriors was in a close game. Grand Valley, this is their first close game of the year. So both teams learning how to overcome adversity at a critical point of the game.
This is a learning experience for both teams, and with the varsity experience that Grand Valley already has, this is just another notch, win or lose, under their belt. This is something to learn from. They have played well in this second half.
Friday night, CVC TV, both bands showing out, both teams all locked up, ready to go. Got the cheerleaders, everyone performing at an elite level here on this Friday night. 3:14 to go. Lucas back to the line of scrimmage. And we're going to see here how the clock is managed with Grand Valley. You see there on the scoreboard, 2 timeouts remaining with 3 minutes to go in regulation.
You don't need to burn any timeouts now. You just forced to stop for no gain.
4 down linemen for the Mustangs. Got 2 running backs right next to Tony Hall, the quarterback. Gonna take as much time as possible. Handoff, delayed handoff. Able to get that one. Number 1 will get the first down.
They're gonna have to burn a timeout here, Grand Valley.
And something to keep an eye on too. You know, as far as I can see, I don't see a play clock per se. So they are checking, the Warriors, they're checking with the officials just to get to know when there's 5, 4, 3 seconds remaining, you know, with the play clock. So that's what they're tracking right now. 2 minutes to go in regulation. We'll split out. We got a fumble. I believe the Warriors did get it back. I believe the Warriors got it back, and they
yes,
do.
Yes, they did. That was almost a disaster. That tug of war, that shift of momentum. If they had turned the ball over, you do not want to give Grand Valley a second opportunity.
I'll tell you what, as Grand Valley takes a timeout, I'll tell you what, if you're Edgewater or Edgewood, if you're Edgewood, I keep thinking of the beach, but that's what the focus is about, because they're thinking here the longest minute and 51 seconds here for Edgewood, the longest minute and 51 seconds. They want that clock to just go down, go down, go down, and get to triple zeros, but you're not there yet. Not there yet. And the Warriors, they also have to maintain their fundamentals.
Right. Maintain your fundamentals. Just stay calm. Just get another stop. You down to 1 timeout. If they get another stop.
Here is the carry and a stop there for the Mustangs, and a Grand Valley timeout immediately after with 1:45 to go. And that will be, yes, just making sure that was official, that there will be their last timeout.
So now Grand Valley is out of timeouts. So if Edgewood converts on this 4th down, this game is over.
So, couple plays here. Again, the breeze kicking in once again. And that's been a story on its own here. But just again, learning in these situations how to win the games, how to win these games. So learning experience here, week 2. You know, both of these teams have aspirations to turn things around and even say, hey, let's get to week 11. That's where you get that experience right here. 3rd and 15. Dropping back. Still going. Will go for it here to throw. Is incomplete. Clock stops at 1:36. It's 4th down. The Mustangs have no timeouts. The Warriors decided to go for it. And it's incomplete. And the clock stops with 96 seconds to go.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Part of the process.
Yeah.
Rogers is back deep. Ball is blocked! It is blocked! It recovered! Regardless, it's 4th down, and Grand Valley will get the ball inside the 35. Unbelievable!
This is that tug of war. That tug of war I was telling you. The Grand Valley Mustangs have a chance to take the lead with just over a minute in the game.
The last 2 plays have been an absolute stunner. The Warriors, on the 3rd down, decided to go for the big play. It was missed by inches. And then on 4th down, the punt is blocked. Grand Valley, minute 28, they have no timeouts. They're on the short field. They have an unbelievable opportunity on this week 2. This is unreal. Here we go from the 32. Drop it back. Rolling under pressure. Flag is down. Intercepted, but a flag is down. We're going to see what happens with the penalty.
Face mask.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Clock stops at 1:21 in the 4th quarter. Face mask is a 15-yard penalty, which will put them, the Mustangs, at the 17. Excuse me, that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They're ruling out a 5-yard penalty. So 5-yard penalty down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 5.
Edgewood looks as if they're in a cover 3. They're going to cover deep thirds.
Dropping back. Throw. Caught. Incomplete. Incomplete. Out of the hands of Whitwright. 2nd and 5.
The catch that he's got to make, but it's okay. He's got to have a short-term memory. He has to get back into it.
And he will, one of their senior leaders. Starts on both sides of the ball. Ball could possibly come right back to him. 2nd and 5. Minute 17 to go. Grand Valley, no timeouts remaining. They have the ball on short field.
Edgewood back up in cover 3.
Dropping back. On the run. Quarterback will take off. Borowski, 1st down. Down at the 11-yard line. And the Mustangs are moving forward. We'll get right back to the line of scrimmage. From the 11, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back. Throw. Tipped. Incomplete.
This game has me on the edge of my seat. And we are at 1 minute in the 4th.
And right now, play will be stopped due to an injury here with 60 seconds to go. And again, we'll let the officials do their thing there. We need a couple seconds to recap. Anthony Alfarico McGee here with you. CVC TV Game of the Week. And I just in my head, 3rd and 15. Go for the pass. The Warriors. 4th down. Block. Short field for Grand Valley.
Short field for Grand Valley. Would have gotten an interception. Play was called back because of a face mask. Couple of incompletions. They get the ball. Grand Valley gets the ball inside the 10, or at the 10, I should say. And now with 1 minute to go, Grand Valley has a chance to tie this game.
Again, the only score in this second half was from a Rogers kick return for the touchdown at the very beginning of the second half. That's been the only score of the second half. Other than that, we have been locked in at 20-13 from the entire half.
The defenses have been playing fantastic, have been playing stellar, and Grand Valley has stepped up. Whatever second half adjustments they made, it worked. They are trying to even their season. They are trying to get back to 500.
Good to see Hyvik back up, walking off the field. Trainer's doing an excellent job on both sides. Again, brought to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. 60 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. They're at the 11. So if Grand Valley gets to the 1-yard line, they'll have a 1st and go. Borowski had a little injury earlier in the game. Back at it. Will hand off, and the Warriors defense right there. Clock will continue to run as the Mustangs have no timeouts.
Spike the ball.
You was Spike on a 3rd down. It's 3rd and 10.
Oh, no.
40 seconds to go. Snap. Pressure. Throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for right. 4th and 10. 34.3 seconds as the clock stopped on the incomplete. Rico, putting you on the spot. What do you want this offense to do?
It's nothing you can't. I mean, I would throw it. I would find what you do.
Do whatever works.
Right.
But they're going to spread the offense out here. 4th down. Here we go. Borowski on the run. Under pressure. Wide open. Caught! Incomplete! Incomplete! Out of bounds! Intended for Turner. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Wow. Talk about a heartbreaker. Wow.
Wow. 24.8. Came down to one play. This was a storybook ending. And I'll tell you what, the Mustangs showed out, but the Warriors of Edgewood, an impressive, they had to survive, but they put in work. An impressive victory for Edgewood. And both of these teams gave a performance of a lifetime tonight.
That was an excellent game. And it came down to the last play. The final play.
Oh, wow.
The final play.
Wow. Incredible. You know, both of these teams, they talked about during the CVC media days, we want to change the culture. We have confidence in our team. We have returning starters. We have a lot of good things going for us. We just have to prove it on the field. And I think tonight, both of these teams have really showed out on the field, and a performance that both of these teams should very much be proud of tonight.
Very much be proud of. Grand Valley has nothing to hang their heads about. They came back and they fought hard. The W didn't go their way tonight, but I think they could take a lot of things from this going into next week, and I think they'll be ready.
Edgewood going to 2-0. Grand Valley 0-2. But I got to tell you, man, just incredible. An incredible atmosphere here. We'll put a wrap to this because it's been an absolute close game. Again, just the secrets that I just couldn't believe it. You know, the 3rd and 15. We can't let go of our notes just yet. Because part of the story has been the wind, the breeze. You saw a lot of punts, a lot of passes drifting off to the top of your screen, the left side of the field, the top of the field. But just at the end there, Grand Valley didn't have any timeouts. Edgewood said, hey, let's go for it. Let's make this happen. Let's go for it. Let's make this happen. And it was within fingertips. It almost happened. And it didn't. And then the block punt. And it came down to one play. Incredible.
I think the question is going to be asked, is that 3rd down play where you could have ran it and, you opted to pass. And I think, regardless, you still came out with the victory.
But you know what, though? Here at this level, everything you do is about lessons, is about what you learn from those situations. And, okay, that happened. So how are you going to overcome adversity? And the Warriors did. You know, they overcame the adversity. But the Mustangs, I'm losing my voice here. The Mustangs, what they were able to do to be in position, converted several 4th downs, Borowski came out. He had the injury on the defensive side of the ball. Go forth. The quarterback had to step in. He was able to lead Grand Valley a little bit, and they made it happen. Just absolutely incredible. Final thoughts for both teams here, Rico.
I think Grand Valley, listen, you may not have gotten the win tonight, but you fought back, you fought hard, and you've got something to feel good about heading into next week. I think you will get your first win of the season next week. Now, for Edgewood, that's 2 games you done won in very close fashion. You guys, close fashion, I should say. Cardiac Kids, the Browns?
Ooh, could be, possibly. Well, that's going to do it. It's just been absolutely incredible. I want to thank our entire CVC TV crew, LPV Productions, all led by our main man, Peter Tullup, and our entire crew here. It's just been absolutely incredible. What a game. What a game. Get the final score. Edgewood Warriors. They might be heading to Edgewater. They win this one 20-13 over the Grand Valley Mustangs. For Rico McGee and our entire crew. Double A. Anthony out for signing off. Kevin Arnold will be back with us next Friday right here on CVC TV. For all of us here from Grand Valley High, have a good night, everybody.